people that are around you. And if they're not on the side of what's good for you, then walk away. Because, well, first of all, that's best for them too. If you put up with that, all you're doing is enabling it. It's like, mistreat me in a way that's harmful to me and everyone else. It's like, actually, no, that is not okay. It's not the least bit okay. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try to help someone when they're down. That's a whole different issue.
I'm asking you to do, walk away from the 97%. Don't use their vocabulary. Don't use their excuses. Don't use their method of drift and neglect. Won't even walk around the block for their hell. Walk away and join the 3%.
Here's how you know if someone's your friend. A, you can tell them bad news and they'll listen. They won't tell you why, you're stupid and why that bad thing happened to you and how something worse happened to them once. You can actually tell them bad news and so that's a good thing. And then this is a weirder thing. You can tell them good news and they'll help you celebrate. And that's a really good way of deciding who you should have around you.
Your phone calls, your text messages, your emails, any form of communication from these negative, jealous, evil, dysfunctional people.
And so you want to surround yourself, you got to think about this. You got to surround yourself with people who want the best for the best part of you. You can hang around with weasels and losers that are trying to pull you down to justify the fact that they're spiraling downhill as well. And the upside of that is you don't have to have any responsibility and you can all whine about how wretched life is, so that's pretty attractive. But I would say it's also a bad medium to long-term plan. It's acceptable and desirable to try to surround yourself with people who are facilitating your development. And you might say, well, I've got people around, I know them well, they're not doing that well and they don't fit into that category. It's like, what's your point? What are you going to do with them exactly? If they'll listen and cooperate with you and move towards a better future, great. If they don't pay any attention and they keep doing the same damn things over and over and they're not going anywhere and it's painful, then maybe the proper thing to do is say, you just have your misery. I'll go off and have my life.
Where's problems, where's pain, where's dysfunction, you do not have to decide to sign up for anything. It's called happy holidays, not horrible holidays. It's called Merry Christmas, not miserable Christmas. It's called Happy Thanksgiving, not horrible Thanksgiving. It's called Happy Birthday, not fake happy people who are jealous, envious, talk behind my back, spread all my business, stab me in the back, jealous and envious.
Maybe you'll wake up at some point and think that's a better way of being, because just putting up with it is, well, they call that enabling, right? You put up with that sort of behavior, you're providing tacit consent for it and even tacit approval. It's a bad idea. You have, I would say, both the right and the responsibility to surround yourself with people who are good for the best part of you.
When I say I love myself, it's not in an egotistical, narcissistic way. I love myself enough to say that I am not gonna purposely walk in the direction of pain, drama, dysfunction, evil, and malicious people. I want you to decide today, beautiful woman, powerful man, doesn't matter what your race, nationality, doesn't matter how much is in your account. I want you to decide today that you love yourself. And guess what? When you cut off people, things, and situations that no longer belong in your life, you don't have to have issues. It's not about somebody stealing something from you or this and that. You just have to decide you've never done anything wrong by me. Something about your vibe and your energy that just ain't right. Now, I don't have validation issues. A lot of y'all have the deepest level of validation issues and you're not even conscious of it.
Skills, that's another thing you can do and if you want to increase your probability of success. Every time you have an opportunity to take an opportunity that would provide you with a new skill, do it. Learn to program, learn to write, learn to read new things, learn to public speak, learn how to go talk to your boss in a manner, this is the right way to go talk to someone who's supervising you. I see this problem, and here's a solution, and so I'm come to talk to you about the problem and the solution. It's like, because the other people they're talking to are going to come and say, I've got a problem. Can you do something about it? It's like, they don't want to do something about it. They already got 50 things to do, you know? So if you're the person who constantly brings forth a problem, even if they're accurate problems, is why are they going to want to have you around? If you're just another problem, don't be a problem for the people who want to give you money. If someone wants to give you money, then help them do that. And if they want to give you status and success, then help them do that, right? And you do that in part by bringing them solutions, and partly you do that by developing your skills. And so if things aren't going very well for you, this is also a good way of evaluating an opportunity. Should you take an opportunity? Well, here's the rule.
You need people with you and around you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and the idea of spending time alone. This is not going to be a pattern of validation that gets fixed and handled overnight. You are deathly afraid to live with and be with you. And so you got text messages, phone calls, and people at your house, video games. You have to be consumed and around and in an environment with people all day, every day, because you don't love yourself unless people are showing. I don't love me unless you love me. I don't like me. I don't enjoy my company unless I'm spending time with somebody and I'm in the company of other people. I don't think I'm beautiful until you call me beautiful. I actually don't think I'm the shit until you tell me I'm the shit. I don't have faith in me until you have faith in me. I don't believe in me until you believe in me.
But what's easy to do is what? Easy not to do. But walk away from the 90%. Walk away from the 97%. Walk away from the 95%. Don't go where they go. Don't do what they do. Don't talk like they talk. Develop you a whole new language. Guess when I went and got this little book, Richest Man in Babylon? Guess when I went and got it? The same day I heard about it. I went and got it. Somebody says, well, Mr. ROHN, does that make you different than most everybody else? And the answer is yes. Somebody says, well, why is that? We don't know. What do we know? You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. All we know is some get the spark and say, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my health. I'm going to change my relationship with my family. I'm going to change everything. And if it starts with an apple, if it starts with a walk around the block, if it starts with a book, if it starts with a journal, whatever it starts with, I'm a candidate. I'm ready to go and change my life. I invite you on that journey. Once you look back on it, you will never turn back. You'll never go back to the old ways and the old language and the old neglect. Never.
Anybody who loves themselves is going to say, I have control of my year, my month, my week, my day, and my hour. Stop being the victim in your own house. Stop being on the receiving end of everything that everybody wants to dump on you, including your own family. Decide today to clear out the clutter. Doesn't matter what's in your bank account, what you driving, what you living in. There are people that live in Asia that work in rice fields, as an example. They may make 13 cents a week. They are moving and operating beyond minimum wage. There is no union, there is no minimum wage. It's whatever the fuck they want to pay them. These people that work in the middle of rice fields that make 13 cents a week, hypothetically, why are these people happier than you? Because their happiness is not based on money. Their happiness is not based on the car and the helicopters and the big ass mansions. And you know, it's like some of y'all are so negative. You're like, well, it's easy for you to say famous, rich guy. No, there's a such thing as living in the hood and being way happier and having a level of self-love and peace that's much, much further than any mansion.
And that's better than wealth, by the way. In fact, it actually constitutes wealth.